Hello, I'm Vicky Ireland, the very proud chair of ACA, and I'm once again welcoming you to the digital presentation of the J.M. Barrie Awards. Action for Children's Arts was launched in 1998 to promote and celebrate arts for children 0 to 12 years and all those who make them, and you can find out lots more on our website. As the world continues to struggle to awaken following months of uncertainty, your work, your support and the voice of the child have never been more vital. In this ceremony, we honour two organisations, BAFTA Kids and Place2Be, for their unique partnership supporting children with their mental well-being. You are this year's recipients of the J.M. Barrie Outstanding Achievement Award 2021. Now, let's hear some more about your wonderful work together.
We are so honoured to be receiving this award with Place2Be from Action for Children's Arts for outstanding creative contribution. It's a very special recognition of the long-standing partnership between Place2Be and BAFTA Kids. Our partnership is centred around promoting positive mental well-being and the importance of creativity in children and young people's lives.
Children's mental health problems are increasing. The latest NHS data suggests that 1 in 6 children and young people now has a diagnosable mental health problem, and many continue to have these problems into adulthood. The partnership between Place2Be and BAFTA Kids brings some much needed positivity and optimism into the lives of children who have been and are still facing incredibly challenging circumstances, both before and during the pandemic.
Back in 2017, we launched the BAFTA Kids Roadshow with Place2Be, travelling across the UK, offering schools a day of activity with very special guests. Be it a behind-the-scenes assembly or a presenting masterclass, the Roadshow champions children's creativity and teaches important life skills through film, television and games, as well as providing access to positive and diverse role models.
More recently, when schools were locked down, we launched BAFTA Kids at Home with Place2Be for the many children at home during the pandemic. As part of the project, BAFTA Kids TV presenters, including Ashley John Baptiste, Ben Shires and Ariel Free, shared their favourite films, games, TV shows and characters, alongside activity ideas for families and messages of support.
Whether it's collaborating on an art-based activity to support children starting secondary school, a hugely successful virtual assembly during Children's Mental Health Week, or even the creation of the school's time capsule, our partnership embodies the very spirit of creativity it seeks to inspire in young people. But please take a look for yourselves.
The BAFTA Kids Roadshow with Place2Be has travelled all across England, Scotland and Wales, taking experts from the worlds of film, games and television into primary schools. School children have also been invited to join the red carpet experience at BAFTA's Children's Awards.
I am so excited, I am buzzing.
What's been your best part of the day?
Taking photos with Ben and Katie.
And the BAFTA goes to...
Hello everybody! That was
I've had the privilege and pleasure of visiting every school on our roadshow journey, and I treasure memories from every single visit. One of my favourite things is the children draw and write about their favourite memories of their film, TV shows and games that they like to play and watch. They're wonderfully creative and we learn so much about the children. And then of course we're lucky to receive thank you letters, which are joyous but also help to appreciate and understand the impact of our visits.
Having the BAFTA Kids Roadshow up in our area in the northeast has been so exciting and an amazing experience for not only the children in the schools but also for staff as well.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Thompson. I'm head teacher of Oakwood Primary School, and we were delighted a few years ago to have BAFTA, in conjunction with Place2Be, visit our school.
Hi, my name is Sophie from Oakwood Primary School. I love that BAFTA came to our school.
I found it really amazing for BAFTA coming to our school.
I think it was really amazing having BAFTA in our school, and I thought it was a really good experience.
It was fabulous for all of our children to be able to meet the presenters, lift up the award and just help them, make them feel really special.
When BAFTA came to the school, they had an award, and when you lifted it up you felt like an absolute champion.
Days jam-packed, full of creativity, helping children to think about their well-being and aspirations for the future.
You don't know that you're learning to be creative, but you are being creative, and that's why I was really excited when BAFTA came to our school.
At Oakwood we really value creativity, and we think that it was a lovely reflection of BAFTA to be able to be in the school and talk to the children about just their different ways that they can be creative, growing confidence and be inspired by future things that we can do and achieve.
So thank you BAFTA Kids from us in the Northeast.
Thank you BAFTA, thank you Place2Be.
It is so important to visit children in their schools and communities, because to be able to look them in the eye and tell them that they're being listened to, they're being understood and being appreciated is one of the most special feelings in the world.
One of the most important things about BAFTA Kids reaching out to communities up and down the country is letting young people know that they have a voice that needs to be heard.
When I think about all the times I travelled with the BAFTA Kids Place2Be Roadshow gang, it makes me laugh and smile, because ultimately it brought so much joy to us. But most importantly, we saw the smiles and laughter in all the kids.
I will never forget how special it makes these children feel at the end of the day.
I think it's really, really important for BAFTA Roadshow to go out and meet children who might not necessarily get the opportunity.
Whether they come from a rural background, the suburbs or inner cities, their voice is important, whether it's within our industry or beyond.
They feel recognised. That's the thing that really stands out to me.
To experience and to learn all about film and television, I think it's really, really exciting for them as well.
Because they realise, oh, BAFTA, they're talking about these things we recognise. They start to relax and confidence begins to build. And during the presenting workshops, that's when the magic happens.
Every school visit seems to comprise of a million standout moments, but I guess to me, the most special of all are the ones after we've done our presenting masterclass and a teacher comes up to me and says, you know that pupil who stood up at the end, they never speak in class. That is when I know that we've actually reached someone, we've made a difference.
Almost always near the end of the day, the quieter ones, the less confident ones, they pluck up courage and they put their hands up.
Hopefully, it's something that will resonate with them for a long time after that one day. That is a special moment.
Myself and the BAFTA Kids Roadshow team were actually in Manchester the day after the Manchester Arena attacks, and you know, it was so poignant. It was so moving to be in Manchester at that time.
My favourite visit was to a school in Salford, and we went into a special educational needs unit there with myself and an actor from Hetty Feather, the show that I write.
We were trying to sort of bring a lot of positivity and a lot of hope and creativity, you know, something that was really, really fun for these children to be engaged in.
Some of the children in there, particularly one little girl, She didn't usually speak in school, and without any prompting from the staff, she spoke, she engaged, she was lively. We didn't know that she didn't speak before this, and we were told afterwards, and it was an exceptional moment.
Felt like that they really, really appreciated us being there as well, in a different way, I think, in a different aspect to maybe other schools, but based on what literally happened like the night before.
It was incredible.
I always leave feeling uplifted, privileged to have met so many amazing youngsters and full of hope for the future.
I feel really, really just very lucky to be part and to be asked to be part of the BAFTA Roadshow groups, the ones that I did. They, it's a fantastic opportunity for school children and for us as well.
It makes you feel as though your work is really worthwhile and that you can really make a difference and bring change to kids' lives.
They join in, they share their stories, imaginations, favourite things. They talk to us about their family, what they like about the school, what they like about Place2Be within their school. And their imagination just goes crazy a lot of the time.
We are there to inspire and to help the next generation, and what better way to do that than to actually be in school with them, show them how it's done, to answer their questions, and inspire them to come and join the industry.
But that's what makes Place2Be, BAFTA Kids, so special. That every child is cared for, every child is listened to, and every child matters. And I love it.
I'm so proud to have been part of the BAFTA and Place2Be initiative.
I think sometimes the world can seem a pretty bleak place, but when you meet kids from all different backgrounds, all of whom want to make something of themselves, that's inspiring.
The partnership has gone from strength to strength, working on projects beyond the roadshow to ensure maximum impact for all children.
Hi, I'm Brendan and I'm from BAFTA Kids and Place2Be, chatting about being brave for Children's Mental Health Week.
It's important to do things every now and then that push you outside your comfort zone.
I think it's taking baby steps. I think that's what it means to me. I don't think brave ever feels brave.
If you believe that it's the right way to go, having the courage to move forward with that, that's very brave.
Do you think you're being brave now?
I think I am.
It's pretty brave to do this tonight.
High five, buddy.
We know that children express themselves really well through art, and BAFTA said to us they could help us put together an animation based on children's art on the theme of being ourselves, so that's really exciting for us.
We had to say yes because it felt like a fantastic charity to be promoting and shouting about more loudly, and we just love the idea of bringing kids' drawings to life, because believe it or not, we hadn't done that yet, I don't think, as in the whole 10 years of the company.
I like to do silly dances and telling jokes to my family.
If you feel you're special for yourself and others, you will take care of yourself more. You will do things that make you happy.
Our talent should be treasured, not hidden.
I love doing gymnastics and I'm good at cartwheels.
Think about your time at primary school and then think about the changes ahead as you sail into secondary school. Your boat is your safe space. Now there might be some waves coming in your journey, but your boat is strong and you're in a life jacket too, so you'll be fine. So this is my boat. I've named it the SS Optimism, and I've just added some crashing waves and a whale because it's a bit exciting, isn't it?
So here is my boat. I've got it in a separate hand because it travels. So as you can see, it has an anchor on it, which I guess you could say represents my mum and dad, who always keep me grounded and who always keep my head above water.
And whilst COVID-19 and national lockdowns meant a temporary pause in roadshow activity, BAFTA Kids and Place2Be have continued to play an important role in encouraging children's creativity to support their mental well-being.
Me personally, I've had the honour of working with BAFTA Kids Place2Be charity before, travelling to different schools, meeting amazing kids, really inspirational teachers. However, right now we can't, because it's lockdown and everyone needs to stay inside and stay safe.
You may not be able to see everyone face to face, but hopefully you are taking the time to call, to text, to stay in touch with your friends online. That is so important for your well-being.
My favourite cartoon, my favourite TV programme really of all time
is The Simpsons.
I am a massive fan of dance films, so films that you can jump up and dance along to.
What is your favourite film, would you say?
Sing.
Sing, very good one, very good one.
That is what art is. It's a way of showing the world back to us and making us feel something about it.
What about you, Tedster? Who's your favourite character in a film?
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. And who is Peter Parker?
Spider-Man.
Don't tell everyone.
Place2Be has told us that everyone at Surrey Square Primary has been amazing this year.
Place2Be told us that everyone at Grange Town Primary School has been utterly brilliant this year, and you've all worked so hard to support each other.
We heard all about your Kindness Cup celebrations, which I love the sound of, in May, and about the brilliant videos that you all made to celebrate each other's achievements. That honestly, that's got me in the Christmas mood. That has just made my heart sing.
I think it's really important for young people to express themselves through any of the art, because it helps you discover who you are, what you like, and how you're feeling.
We've all got something unique to tell. Now, the real skill is finding out the way that we can express that.
It's a chance to get things out of your system. You know, if something horrible's happened in your life, or something funny for that matter, that you think you should write down.
It is like you're doing problem solving, so you're always finding the problem and great ways in which to solve it, and also emotional ways in which to solve those problems. So dancing is really, really special in many ways.
Right now, we're all experiencing every kind of emotion, and it is vital that we get to express those feelings.
So today, we're going to be doing a little exercise about drawing our feelings.
Right now, I'm a bit nervous because why wouldn't I be? And I'm just happy because most of the time I'm always happy.
So Matt, as a successful actor and a successful wizard, what spell would you cast this Children's Mental Health Week?
The Aloha Mora spell, which unlocks doors. I think it's really important that mentally we keep opening doors and keep exploring new things.
Express yourself.
As we start to look ahead in hope for life beyond the pandemic, it's important that children and young people are given an opportunity to reflect on what they've been through.
That's why children's mental health charity Place2Be, BAFTA Kids and Oak National Academy have teamed up to launch the 2021 Schools Time Capsule. It's a moment for children and young people to really reflect and capture their collective experiences.
There is something really exciting and important about preserving the thoughts and feelings experienced by children and young people during the pandemic, expressed through their creativity. Thank you so, so much. Bye.
We are absolutely thrilled and honoured to be the joint recipients of this award. This partnership has inspired and boosted the confidence of so many children, and I can genuinely say it's brought a lot of joy to many young lives, something that's needed now more than ever.
Huge thanks to the ACA for this award, to the presenters and special guests who supported our partnership,
and most importantly, to all the schools, children and young people who've taken part in our roadshows, activities and special events. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm David Lee Jones, one of the trustees of Action for Children's Arts. Thank you for watching the J.M. Barrie Awards Ceremony 2021. Congratulations to Michael Rosen for his Lifetime Achievement in Children's Arts Award, and to BAFTA Kids and Place2Be for their Outstanding Contribution to Children's Arts Award, and to all the amazing people working in arts for children today. Thank you to everyone who's helped to create our digital awards, and to all our supporters, including the Macintosh Foundation, whose kind generosity has helped us to present so many J.M. Barrie Awards ceremonies in the past. If you're not already a member, please do consider joining Action for Children's Arts, so that together we can carry on campaigning, supporting and championing this work. It costs just £30 a year to join as an individual member, or starts from £50 a year for companies. If you are interested in joining, or just to find out more, please visit our website www.childrensarts.org.uk. Thank you so much for watching, and until next year, goodbye.